Hi, welcome to Accelerated Reader Training. You're getting this training because you're a new teacher in our school, and while some things are the same between schools, things are run differently at different schools. So I want to introduce you to how we do things at Nancy Corey, and that's why this is called Accelerated Reader. This is how we do it. So first of all, the basics. The entire program is administered by me, Ruth Nevillehurst. Um, any tech issues, book questions, enrollment concerns, anything, contact me, preferably by email. I tend to lose a little piece of paper and I tend to forget things by the time I get to my classroom. So email is always a good option. And if I forget, just pester me because I know I forget things. And so just keep at me till I get it done. I try to get things done quickly though. To find book levels, you can go to this link, www.arbookfind.com, and there you can look up books to see what what the book levels are and what tests we have. The most accurate search is by ISBN number, and the reason why I say this is because sometimes Curious George books have different versions, even though it's still like Curious George at the zoo. Different versions of the book will be really different, and kids will come across questions that weren't addressed in that particular version of the book. So using the ISBN number is the best. If you buy books at the book fair, the AR Book Find is the best website to find what book level those books are. The company that runs AR is called Renaissance Learning, and you'll see that on the icon. Once your class is enrolled, you can start STAR testing your students. We STAR test first before we let them AR test. Renaissance does not give us the power to delete STAR tests, so make sure when they're STAR testing that they're actually on their test, because if they accidentally take a test on a sibling's test or something like that, it goes on that person's test list and it messes things up. AR tests can only be deleted for very specific reasons on a case by case basis. Tests are not deleted so that students can have a second chance at passing. If you feel a student needs a test deleted, just send me the student's name, the reason for being deleted, and the name of the book, and then I will take care of that. If you're not sure, just come talk to me. The naming convention for logging into AR is different from Active Directory. And the reason why I do that is because I don't have access to everyone's Active Directory. So I have my own naming convention that we've used since the beginning of using AR at our school. So it is basically, I don't know if I put it on here. Yeah. Usernames are their first initial and the first four letters of their last name. So like Sammy Stinky Feet would be SSTIN. If Sammy had a sister named Sally, then she would be SSTIN1 and then 2 and so on. They are not case sensitive. Passwords are the first and last initial, so Sammy Stinky Feet would be SS. His sister Sally Stinky Feet would also be SS. It doesn't matter. Also not case sensitive. Teacher usernames are the same as your Active Directory, and when you first log into your account, you will create your own password. On your first login, use password 1, no capitals. You will need to have a number in your password. I recommend using the same password you use for Active Directory to make your life easier. Once it's saved in there, you don't have to use it again. Okay, this isn't exactly what your home screen will look like. I have way more than you have. But you will notice Renaissance Home Connect over on the right. This is an important way to get parents connected with how their student is doing in AR. Then you don't have to send home reports to the parents. They can just look. You can also see how often they access the Home Connect as well. Anyway, so when you click on Renaissance Home Connect, click on the word reports, and there are informational letters in English and in Spanish, so you can print out what you need that way. There's also the usage report. You can see how often Home Connect is being used by particular families. So if they're like, well, I don't know what he's doing in AR, say use your Home Connect. If they say, well, I did, and be like, yeah, well, I'm not saying it. So maybe not that snarky, but anyway. Before your students can take AR tests, they have to STAR test. The results will give you their ZPD, their zone of proximal development. This is the zone in which they read and test. After they log in, they click on the blue star button. The password for the test is admin. It is not case sensitive. They don't use their login password. Um, After they're done testing, you will use reports to find out how they did. Um, the the tests you'll use most often are highlighted here, and if you want to use other tests, you can click around and see what they do. But you have a summary test, and this summarizes student test results for a specific date range. You also have parent letters in English and in Spanish, and the test activity, like that tells you who's taken a test and when, and who has not yet taken one for that time period. So you go into your reports, and these are your report options. You should have your class there at the top. Mine, I can choose anybody's class, so that's why there's that drop down there. You can go through and try the different reporting periods and things like that, and sort by however you want, group by however you want. If you don't like what you got, you can always customize the report and just get back to this and fix it. Then you're going to click view report. And this is what you'll get. Of course, there will be student names and scores and things down there. I like to sort this report by rank because then I see who my highest readers are and my lowest readers. But I also do it by alphabetical order. So when I give them their information, it's easier to find on there. So you will notice that there's estimated oral fluency. You can use that for a fluency score. Remember that it is estimated. The ZPD is there. Anyway, and all that other stuff you could have fun with. This is the parent letter. I cross out the parent signature part, or I cut it off because I do not want them back with the parent signature. I just send them home. So this is what a report looks like. It explains what the test means, what the different scores mean, and it gives the parents a visual for how their child is doing at this age and grade level. The test activity report, you will see that it tells you how many completed tests they have, how many they attempted. The most tests, oh, and I'm going to get to that in a second. Anyway, what was I going to say? Anyway, the student names are usually on the left. I blocked them out so that my student scores aren't out there. But anyway, so this will tell you how often they've taken tests, how many times they've attempted it, when their test date was, and things like that. Renaissance recommends a max of 5 tests per year. So don't have students keep retaking the test like, oh, sweetie, I know you can do better. Let's try it again, because you're going to run the test becomes invalid if it's taken too frequently. So I generally give one at the beginning of the year. I give one at first quarter, first semester, third quarter, and second semester to send reports home to parents and to adjust their levels and things like that. As a grade level, you should probably decide that together how you want to do that. Okay, the next part is going to be about AR, but that's all I wanted to give you for now on the STAR test.